Hey, what's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video we'll be counting down the top 10 legendary weapons manufactured by Hyperion in Borderlands 3. They're not the bad guys in this one. Many of them support weapon shields that not only provide protection but can raise their damage, and they become more accurate with sustained fire and come with a small crit bonus to boot. I'll be telling you who you should farm to get them, what they do, and how you should use them to deal the most damage. Don't forget to let me know what Hyperion weapon you think is best, and if you want to hear about some legendaries that aren't legendary but may as well should be, you can check out this week's bonus video if you haven't already. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like, and if you don't want to miss out on what's coming up next, hitting that sub button and ringing that bell is one way to do it. And let's crack into it. We open this countdown of the top 10 legendary weapons built by loader bots with the Hyper Focus, an SMG that can come in all elements and has an increased chance to drop from the Go Power Troopers you fight around here in Atlas HQ. The Hyper Focus fires a standard projectile that becomes a little bit more when impacting an enemy. As it hits, two more will spring out at 90-degree angles, cutting up anyone standing beside. Their extra projectiles will also ricochet off world surfaces, potentially causing 3 times the damage to a single opponent. Being aware of that unique effect is what's required if you want to reap maximum reward, and it's best while mobbing or against large targets where you can land every projectile. Next up is the Bitch, a gun with a high critical damage bonus which can come in all available flavors and has an increased chance to drop from Tyrene the Destroyer you fight in Destroyer's Rift. The Bitch fires quickly with a large mag size and has a massive 82% critical damage bonus at peak. It's practically a full auto laser, getting more accurate the longer you fire and clipping heads with deadly precision. It's a gun that just feels great. Every perfect shot is rewarded with almost double damage, and there's enough in the mag to keep that feeling going. It's certainly decent without hitting crits, but landing them consistently is what you want to do if you want to see it at its best. At number 8 is the Redistributor, an elemental SMG which can only be dropped by Wotan, the final boss of the Melee 1 takedown. The Redistributor in its current state is almost an exclusive weapon for Zane and his barrier. That's because every 7th shot from the Redistributor will be amped, dealing 120% more damage, and it will also chain to a nearby enemy. Fire through Zane's barrier and you'll be rewarded with amp shots, making every single shot chain. That completely transforms it, causing extreme havoc to crowds, which is the only place you should use it. If you're looking for the best anointment, I'd go with either URAD or consecutive hits for its maximum mobbing potential. Moving on now to the Proprietary License, a DLC 3 SMG that can come in any of the elements and has an increased chance to drop from Hyperion, who you can find around here in the Obsidian Forest. The Proprietary License is an imposter, a gun that should be ejected. It brandishes the Hyperion logo but doesn't really show it. Instead, it's the combination of pretty much every manufacturer fused into one weapon, taking the best of each brand and combining that with Hyperion steel. You've got ricocheting bullets, sticky bombs, and no delay 4-round burst fire combined with the core Hyperion traits. That creates a pretty crazy gun that can deal pretty crazy amounts of damage. It's best when hitting crits, as that's when most of its effects will proc, and it is certainly a handful for many enemies. Making an appearance at number 6 is the Smog, an elemental Hyperion gun that can only be obtained from the gauntlet that is the Guardian Takedown and drops from its final boss. You might not know this, but all Hyperion weapons project a shield when you aim down sights. Blue is for protection, yellow is for reflection, green is for ammo, and purple is for damage. The Smog always spawns with a purple shield, but not your average one. It's supercharged. While active and at full strength, it deals massively increased damage, firing off amp shots that cut right through your enemies. It doesn't fire quickly, but it does deal high damage, making every single shot count. It is a little up and down though, as the shield will drain while you take damage, indicated by a shimmering purple on the side of your screen, but when at full strength, it can dish out a world of hurt. We're halfway through now, and it's the Cheap Tips, a weapon that might have a gambling problem. It can come in any element, including non-elemental, and has an increased chance to drop from Jackpot atop the VIP tower. The Cheap Tips may as well be called the loose grips, dropping countless casino chips on the floor as you land shots on your enemies. You'll notice the pile grow as you keep that trigger held down. Picking them up won't have you cashing in for money, but for damage, as the Cheap Tips grows in power for each chip you pick up. That damage boost lasts for 12 seconds, and it can be monstrous. You'll need to constantly pick up chips to keep its damage rocketing. Not great if you have a bad back, but the results are far from disappointing, and it will tear through a crowd of enemies as long as you play your cards right. Moving on now to the Heartbreaker, another shotgun. This one can come in fire, shot, corrosive and cryo, belongs to DLC 1, and has an increased chance to drop from Gorgeous Armada. You fight around here in the compactor. The Heartbreaker is a rapid firing automatic shotgun that absolutely shreds. It fires 8 or 16 pellets depending on the version, consuming 1 or 2 ammo per shot. They come out in the shape of a heart, searing it into your enemy's flesh, making them feel all tingly inside. It's part of the Moxie brand, which means you're holding the key to immortality in your hands, with one shot on Mayhem 10 able to restore your health completely. The Heartbreaker is what the Butcher should be and more, an unrelenting beast that just gets better the more you use it. The Reflux is next, a corrosive only shotgun that, aside from dropping from Scourge the Invincible in the Guardian takedown, can also drop from Genevieve around here in Voracious Canopy, but only if you're on Mayhem 6 or above. The Reflux is a mobbing menace, plain and simple. Its unique effect causes corrosive chains to emerge from the enemy you're shooting at and enter another, draining both of their health. If an enemy gets too close to the green wall, they'll get enveloped too, with the more ties that are bound to your enemies upping its damage, and it can easily thin a pack with no effort at all. Of course, it's better against armored opponents, but there is no cure for its corrosive sickness. It's great on everyone, but it's probably best on Flak, who can transform all of those damage numbers to letters, C-R-I-T. In second place is a gun like no other. It's the Face Puncher, a unique Hyperion shotgun that has an increased chance to drop from Moldok the Anointed. You can find around here in Floodmoor Basin. The Face Puncher deals your melee damage, and because it's yours, the Face Puncher is exactly what you make it. You can't just pick it up and expect it to do something. Key to making its damage soar is a Brawler Ward Shield, which boosts melee damage by 3 times while depleted, and a White Elephant Relic, although after its nerf, Commander Planetoid has the higher DPS potential. Even with the nerf, it still comfortably destroys mobs in a single shot, most easily achieved with the redundant variant and the 390 anointment. It's absolutely unreal, all thanks to it dealing melee damage, which makes for some crazy build and gear synergies that you won't get from any other gun. It'll take to bosses too, downing them in a single magazine, and it's definitely a gun everyone should have in their arsenal. Before number 1 is uncovered, let's go over some honourable mentions. The first one I have for you is the Aldridian, a DLC 2 SMG that has all your elemental bases covered, and drops randomly from any suitable loot source. Each Aldridian will deal the damage of all elements, rotating through them as you cycle magazines. It's pretty cool having one gun that can freeze, erode, irradiate, burn and zap your enemies. However, you'll only ever deal peak damage 1/5 of the time. For the best version, you'll want the one with no element listed on the card, as it has the highest base damage, but whatever version you get, you'll have a lot of fun inflicting status effect after status effect on your enemies. The last honourable mention I have for you is the handsome jackhammer, yet another SMG. This one can come in all elements including non-elemental, and has an increased chance to drop from Handsome Jackie, the 5 out of 7 from Skywell 27 you find around here. The Handsome Jackhammer is a Hyperion SMG with a TDO reload effect. Reloading it will cause a copy of the gun to spin and bounce around, causing mini sonic booms each time it lands, while simultaneously firing. It deals solid damage with potential there, but it is extremely dangerous, so if you're not Zane with duct tape mod or using a shock variant with the transformer, then watch out for some insta-downs. But if you can avoid that, it definitely makes for some good times. We're here at the top, and what's blocking the view? It's the Convergence, a shotgun exclusive to DLC 4, which can come in any element including non-elemental, and has an increased chance to drop from Dr. Benedict you fight here in the Benediction of Pain. The Convergence rewrites the script of the Brainstormer, and instead of sprouting chains to harm nearby enemies, it summons a dissection of needles that penetrate your target every time you land a shot. Those blades converge in a cluster and demolish your target from every angle. It's a great effect that enhances its already good base damage. You're practically getting double the impact per shot, with Flak able to get the needles counting as crits. It's also great on Ricochet Amara, who can summon a second cluster on unsuspecting opponents. If you want the best version, look out for the one with the ×4 pellet count, or you can even go for ×8, which will consume double the ammo. But whatever one you obtain, just know you'll be a force to be reckoned with. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned of the top 10 legendary weapons manufactured by Hyperion in Borderlands 3. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.